Hey, welcome back to another episode of Simple Truth Television. Today is June 28th, 2020. Now, as you guys can see up here, I made this video on April 12th of this year, but since my channel got deleted, that video is no longer available. But I want this content to be up in my channel, so I'm going to do it over. What I'm going to discuss in this video is the death of the actor Lloyd Haynes, who died in 1986 from lung cancer. And I'm also going to speak about the TV show that he is remembered for, the TV show Room 222. And I'm going to show you guys how that TV show, it's programming for the coronavirus and the pandemic. So let's start off with the death of Lloyd Haynes. And then after, we'll discuss how the show is connected to not only September 11th, but also March 11th, the day that the outbreak was declared a pandemic. So the actor Lloyd Haynes, he's the main character in this TV show. He died from lung cancer. Just think about that. Right before he died, this man had problems breathing. And this man was born on September 19th, 1934. He passed away on New Year's Eve on December 31st, 1986. There's a lot of reporting that said that he died on New Year's Day. But according to his wife, if you read the reporting, she confirmed that he died. Notice what it says here. Caroline Haynes said her husband died at his Coronado home New Year's Eve after struggling with the disease since June 1986. He lived in Coronado, which sounds like Corona, right? And then he died from lung cancer. Lung cancer. And notice, right? So from the day that he died, according to his wife, he died on December 31st, 1986, to what would have been his 53rd birthday. He died at the age of 52. He died 263 days before his birthday. And that's the 56 prime number. And coronavirus sums to 56. Right? This man died in Coronado. And could have sworn I took that out. Notice his name. He was born Samuel Lloyd Haynes. It sums to 211. And if you guys remember, the first case of coronavirus came out of Seattle, Washington on January 21st. A day that is written 21/1 like 211. And of course his name sums to 67 and 86, just like blood sacrifice. Notice blood sacrifice also sums to 121, right? The date January 21st is also written 121. So this is why his name connects so perfect with blood sacrifice. And this is the TV show that he is remembered for. The TV show Room 222. And the first episode of this TV show was on September 11th. And you guys all know how the coronavirus is connected to the terrorist attacks of 9/11. So this show is called Room 222. And the first episode came out on September 11th, right? And notice this show had 113 episodes. Like how the pandemic was declared on March 11th. 11/3 like 113. Here it says that the first episode was on September 13th. But if you notice up here, it says that there was one unaired episode. That one unaired episode aired. Well, it came out on September 11th. So it didn't air, but that was the official first episode. So that's why it says 113 here, but then 112 episodes up here. Because they're only counting the episodes that were aired on ABC. So the first episode is on 9/11, and Lloyd Haynes, he died at the age of 52. And notice, from the first episode to the last episode on January 11th, the show aired for 52 months. And the main character, Lloyd Haynes, died at the age of 52, right? And if you read more into the show, it says that notice up here it says that it was produced by 20th Century Fox Television, which sums to 311 and 113, just like the date March 11th, right? 311, 11/3. But shout out to Grant Roger. When I did this research, he notified me that there's actually an episode titled "The Flu," which was released on October 15, 1969. And just think about how the coronavirus is, they compare it to the flu. And I actually watched this episode, and I couldn't believe how much mockery this episode had. It's filled with mockery. And this is the first one here. So this episode, it takes place in a high school, right? It's called the Walt Whitman High School. And, this episode is about a flu pandemic, and the principal, he has to make the choice whether or not to close the school or to leave it open, right? And notice the principal's name. His name is Principal Seymour Kaufman. Seymour Kaufman? That's the name of the principal. The name of the show is The Flu, right? And it aired on October 15th, which was a day with 113 numerology. Numerology. So 10 plus 15 plus 19 plus 69 is sums to 113. So the episode The Flu comes out on on a day with 113 date numerology. The entire show, Room 222, it has 113 episodes. And that's significant because coronavirus pandemic, in the language of gematria, sums to 113. And again, that was the day that the pandemic was declared, on March 11th. Now the show, again, The Flu aired on October 15, 1969. From that date to when the outbreak was declared a pandemic, notice it was a 2,630 week span. And in numerology, of course, the zeros are ignored. So another 263. Just like the main character, Lloyd Haynes, died 263 days before his birthday, right? And 263, again, is the 56 prime number. Coronavirus happens to 56. Just like toilet paper, just like mind control. And for those of you that didn't know this, from September 11th, right, the day of the terrorist attacks of 9/11, to March 11th, the day that the outbreak was declared a pandemic, it's a span of 222 months. And the name of this show is Room 222. And their first episode was on September 11th. And they had the nerve to have a episode titled The Flu, a show about a pandemic. And they had the nerve to name the principal Seymour Kaufman. And then the main character of the show, Lloyd Haynes, he dies from lung cancer. He has problems breathing. Right before he died, this man couldn't breathe. And you guys think about what the coronavirus does, it impairs your breathing, according to, the media. So much mockery. So I definitely want to keep this video up, because this is definitely some predictive programming for this coronavirus. He died in this Coronado home. And again, this show it began in 1969. 51 years before the pandemic was declared. So look at it says here. First episode date September 11, 1969. And I actually saw this episode here. Look what she's doing with her fingers, right? The 666 fingers. I mean, if you watch this episode, she's trying to describe a guy wearing glasses. I mean, who does that for glasses? Have you ever seen anybody go like this for glasses? Strange. Just goes to show you that this stuff has been going on for a very long time. And they just love to put it in the entertainment. They like to put it right in front of people's face. This man died in Coronado, California. So I'm going to leave it there. Just want to make sure that this video stays up this time. Shout out to Stubrock, Nikki, Jared Bailey, 3348, man. I appreciate you guys. But you guys have a great rest of your night. See you guys later.